Vachanamrut time, says Sky Guardian. Now let us read from another section of the Vachanamrut. This is the most important text for the devotees of Swaminarayan. And in this text is a collection of about 300 discourses from the last 10 years of Swaminarayan's life, who was a great being in the turn of the 19th century. His discourses were recorded here in great detail, often giving context to so many spiritual issues, as well as the context of the discussion, where he was located at the time, who was around him, what was he wearing. This text can have a lot of direct terms and not beat around the bush. It can also use a lot of dense Sanskrit vocabulary and other Indic words, so I'll do my best to interpret them. But I'll happily admit when I haven't heard a word before. Today we're reading Gadhadā 130. This one is called Thoughts That Leave a Lasting Impression. I think we've all had such thoughts before. Pardon me. On Posh Vadhi the 1st, Samvat 1876, or the 1st of January 1820, Sriji Maharaj was sitting on a large decorated cot on the veranda outside the room facing north, in line with the mandir, temple, of Sri Vasudeva Narayan in Dada Khachar's Darbar in Gadhadā. He was wearing a white case and had covered himself with a white cotton cloth. He had also tied a white fato around his head. Around his neck were garlands of white flowers, and tassels of white flowers were dangling from both of his ears. He was also wearing a string of white flowers around his wrists. At that time, while some munis, spiritual aspirants, were singing devotional songs, other munis, as well as devotees from various places, had gathered before him in an assembly. Sriji Maharaj, term of endearment for Swami Narayan, then requested, "Please begin a question-answer dialogue." Thereupon, Dinanath Bhatt asked, "Maharaj, at times thousands of thoughts arise, yet they do not leave a lasting impression in the mind. At other times, however, only an insignificant thought arises, yet it leaves a strong impression on the mind. What is the reason for this? Also, by what means can a devotee eradicate such disturbing thoughts?" This is a very applicable one, I assume. Sriji Maharaj answered, "The reason is the influence of the Gunas. Thoughts occurring when tamogun," by the way, the Gunas are modes of material existence in some Hindu thought, that everything in material existence operates within 3 modes: Tamas, Rajas, and Sattva. Tamas is the guna, the mode of darkness, heedlessness, ignorance. It can be in food, it can be in a thought, it can be in an action, it can be in an intention of an action. If the intent is to cause conflict, then it is tamoguna, tamasic. If the thought is to cause provocation, action, passion, then it is rajoguna, rajasic. And if the intention is to cause peace, purity, love, that sort of thing, then it is sattvaguna, sattvic. So, I repeat, Shriji Maharaj answered, the reason is the influence of the gunas. Thoughts occurring when tamoguna is predominant induce a state similar to that of deep sleep. Therefore, those thoughts do not leave a lasting impression in the mind. When sattva gun prevails, one experiences a state of awareness. So, any disturbing thoughts that occur at that time are dispelled by contemplation. Therefore, those thoughts do not leave a lasting impression either. However, thoughts that arise when rajogun is prevalent do leave a lasting impression in the mind, the mode of passion. Therefore, the reason some thoughts do leave a lasting impression in the mind and others do not is due to the prevalence of the various gunas. If an intelligent person reflects on this matter and examines their thoughts, whenever they arise, they will be able to recognize which guna is predominant in them at that particular time. However, subtle thoughts that arise repeatedly from moment to moment cannot be grasped by anyone. At the most, someone intelligent like yourself may be able to discern 2, 3, or 4 of the more superficial thoughts that arise during the course of a day. So, if a person examines the predominant guna under whose influence their thoughts arise, and contemplates on and imbibes the spiritual discourse which take place in Satsang, in a spiritual gathering, then the power of practicing Satsang is such that any disturbing thoughts arising under the influence of the gunas are dispelled. Thereafter, becoming free from all doubts, they are able to continuously concentrate on the form of the source, God. Without satsang, however, even if they endeavor in a million other ways, disturbing thoughts and the influence of rajogun and the other gunas will not be eradicated. Therefore, if someone sincerely practices satsang and reflects upon and tries to imbibe the discourses relating to the source, God, then their vile thoughts are eradicated. In this manner, the influence of satsang is extremely powerful. In fact, no other spiritual endeavor can compare with satsang. And I'll reiterate that satsang means sat sangha. Sangha is a gathering, an association. Sat means true or truth. So satsang is the intention of a communal effort towards spiritual liberation, where you ensure that you keep with you people that uplift you and inspire you. Why? Because thoughts which cannot be eradicated by any other spiritual endeavor can be removed by engaging in satsang. Therefore, one who wishes to rid the mind of base thoughts related to rajogun should sincerely practice satsang by thought, word, and deed. As a result, those thoughts will be eradicated due to the power of satsang. All right. Thank you everyone for listening to another lovely section of the Vachanāmrut. So, here we find the import of satsang, yet again keeping true company, as well as a reminder about the nature of the Gunas. And what an interesting idea that is, that the lasting impressions of the mind are made by thoughts that are rajasic in nature, of the mode of passion. Very interesting.